Bernard Komodo at UFC 285 Media Day with Bo Nickal, who has, this is called Media Day officially, but I feel like it's been Media Day for you. I don't know, man. I would say since your contender series, but also then probably, I guess, prior to that at Penn State. It's just one big media day for you, your life, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. I definitely I feel like really prepared for this just because I'm kind of coming from a different background where we did get a lot of media attention. A normal Tuesday for us was media day, 40 people in the wrestling room and doing interviews and stuff. So, I don't feel very out of place here.
Yeah. When you think about just like the repetitions, though, the repeating yourself, the same questions, and just like this is your life now, and like if everything happens the way you are planning on it to happen, like, it's just everybody coming at you, wanting to know every little detail about you. How do you feel about that?
It's interesting. I feel like I definitely like being private as far as like in general as a person. Like I just like doing my thing and training and keeping it low key. But this is part of the job, and I'm ready for it, and I want to embrace it and make sure that everybody that tunes in and watches, like they get to know the real me, and I'll just be genuine as I can.
I guess, did you have any feelings on what your first UFC fight week would feel like, would look like, where it would be? Did you have any envisions of what it would be, and have they met that so far?
I think I wouldn't say that I really had envisioned the fight week necessarily, but being here now on this card, with all this attention, and it's probably going to be, one of the biggest and best cards of the year, is something I'm just really grateful for. Being in this position with this opportunity is huge for me, and so I want to make the most of it, and all the media and everything that's leading up to it, I want to make the most of that as well.
When did you first find out that my debut was going to be on the same card as John Jones's comeback? When was that moment for you?
Yeah, that was like probably, when they announced the fight, like I saw it on Twitter or something, and I was like, oh, that's my card. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's so sick. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, that would be cool if I was on the main card. And then sure enough, they put me on the main card. So, just overall very grateful. Like I said, this is a big opportunity and a lot of eyes. And so I want to just make the most of it and put on a great performance.
Yeah. And you got to meet John Jones last night, as you told me. Can you just tell me a little bit about that introduction?
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely awesome to meet a guy who I watched, compete when I was a little kid, and who's, in my mind, one of the greatest of all time in the sport. And so, his fighting style is one I want to emulate, and meeting him was really cool. He tried to take me down right away, obviously stuffed it and ran around behind him, but yeah, all good. Very, very cool experience for me.
So you said that you've had experience with like the media at Penn State. Have you had experience with Bo's just supposed to run through this guy? Like he's just supposed to smash this guy, and if he doesn't smash this guy, then it's almost like, what's wrong with Bo? Have you had a lot of experience with that?
Oh yeah, that's literally like every single time I compete, So that's been that way since I was a little kid, right? Like I wouldn't even say like a phenom as a little kid, but I won a lot, right? Like that type of pressure has been on me and normal, and at 7, 8 years old, I'd have 50 or 100 people crowd around my mat to watch me at a local tournament, and obviously there's going to be a group of people that want to see me lose, and there's going to be a group of people that expect me to perform really well. And I think the most important thing is what I expect of myself, and I just expect my best effort, so that's what I'm going to give.
How many times have you gone into an athletic event and it's like, Bo's not supposed to win this, Bo's the underdog? Have you felt that?
I would say like the last time that happened was probably when I was maybe like a sophomore in college. NCAA finals, I was wrestling the guy who's pound for pound #1 guy in the NCAA at the time, and yeah, that was a weird feeling. That was like the last time I felt like I was the underdog, and yeah, not very many times, but maybe in the future that'll happen, but I don't think so.
I was going to say, man, like usually when you talk to people and they're like, man, I love being the underdog. Nothing's expected of me. Like I like to prove people wrong. Like you've been robbed of the ability to prove people wrong, Bo.
I don't like being the underdog at all. I don't relate to it. It doesn't obviously, like I was saying, as a kid, even like that wasn't something that was normal for me. So, whenever I watch sporting events and whatever sport, it could be football, baseball, I always root for the favorite. Like that's just how I roll. Like if Tom Brady's in the Super Bowl, like I'm rooting for Tom Brady. Like, that's kind of just how I've always rolled. I don't like the idea like when everybody's trying to gang up on one person to like have them lose. Like rooting, it's more like you're rooting for that person to lose versus rooting for the other team to win, and it's just like kind of a negative mentality. Like I like to go high and be positive, so yeah, I'm always rooting for the favorite.
So this week, I saw, I think it was embedded maybe, that you said you got the Airbnb, you're with your boys. Like who are your boys? Who's your crew? And like what's the mood like this week?
Yeah, it's definitely loose, relaxed, chill. I got my manager Jose. I got my best friend Anthony Cassar, fighter as well. He just made his pro debut in December, won with a first round finish, and yeah, there's a bunch of us. You know, Jason Nolf, multiple-time NCAA champion for Penn State, and you know, it's just great to have a close like group of guys together and keep the morale high. You know, I got to cut a little weight, so you know, I don't want to be negative. I want to make sure everybody's lifting me up and we're having fun. And yeah, that's just kind of how I enjoy doing fight week.
Yep. Well, last thing for you, man. I mean, on Contender Series, after you earned a contract, you had call-outs ready to go, and you were calling out and say some of the biggest names in the sport. Like, should we just kind of expect Bo like run through a guy and then call out basically the champion until it happens? I mean, do you have a call out in mind already?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot. You know, the call out thing is interesting, and I think I've taken a different approach moving forward. I don't really feel like it's going to be necessary to call people out. I already have a lot of people calling me out, and my goal, you know, is to be pound for pound #1 fighter in the world and just to continue to improve and get better. And I already have enough people calling me out. I don't really feel like I need to call anybody out. Yeah.
I mean, that's true. You're on you're in the mouths of a lot of different middleweight contenders already. So we're looking forward to seeing it. Thank you for the time. Enjoy Media Day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.